Somewhere between Marilyn Monroe and your backyard garden, we've completely lost the plot on the Capri crop pant. Most of the pictures you might see of this new Capri pant are on long, lean legs. And honestly, that's not most of us. And if that's all you see, it's easy to walk away thinking that this pant just isn't for you. But I want to tell you it is. We just have to talk about what actually makes the proportions work, regardless of your shape. Oh, and don't forget, this pant has already tried to make a comeback. You know, the Y2K look? The waistline dropped, the fit got a lot baggier, and the proportion that made Audrey and Marilyn look chic completely fell apart. So if you've hated this pant your whole life, like I have, you're not wrong. You've just lived through the version that broke it for you. The fix is what you put on top. This is where that oversized blazer earns its place back in your closet. Yes, the old boyfriend blazer that we maybe haven't worn for a few years. It's a little longer and it hits past the hip and it does 2/3. It restores your 1/3, 2/3 proportion because, well, you know, a part of the pant is sticking out, but it covers the areas that these pants cling to, given that they're very form fitted and follow the shape of our silhouette. So the comfort of coverage without losing the style is by the blazer. The pant doesn't need to do all the work. Right now, what's trending is this blazer is worn open over just a bra. Now, I'm going to take a wild guess and assume most of us are not going to be bringing that look to the office. So let's get the neckline right instead. Two directions that actually work: a nice light, airy knit tank with a bit of a pattern or some texture, something that draws the eye inward rather than just sitting kind of flat. Or if you love that black and white chic look, a crisp white tee. Crisp is the key word, not old and gray. It needs to be fitted, not boxy, not oversized like the blazer. And here's the detail that I want you to focus on too. Okay. What's happening at the waistline? If you're not someone who likes a good little tiny tuck, you don't have to, but keep the hemline short. Maybe a soft tuck. Maybe a top that just ends slightly past the waistband, okay? Before the blazer is buttoned closed or worn open, it doesn't matter. That little bit of visible waistband area is doing the proportion work. So you don't have to be buried under all the extra fabric of the blazer. We want to make sure that we can see your top. We want to see some influence of where the waistline is. So a soft tuck, maybe a shirt that stops just above it, and then let that blazer do all the work. Fun fact: this crop pant was invented in the mid-1940s by a German designer named Sonja de Lanart. Her Capri collection actually started with a wide skirt, high neck top with a wide belt to better suit her 5'1" petite frame. And then all the Hollywood glams got a hold of it. The fitted tops, wearing it on a yacht, and they quickly became the Capri pant that we all know and love today. We use a Capri and petal pusher interchangeably, but they're not actually the same thing. They're two very different lengths. The paddle pusher came from an American designer, Claire McCardell, and hers wasn't about glamour at all. It was about function. The shorter pant hitting right at the knee so your leg wouldn't catch, or your pant leg wouldn't catch in the bicycle chain. So sort of the same silhouette, but completely different. So technically, the Capri and the pedal pusher are cousins. And here's the kicker: today's Capri trend is actually closer to the original pedal pusher length. I know, very confusing. My guess is the name Capri just sounds more glamorous, and the other one, well, practical. And somewhere along the way, the glamour won the naming war. Here's where I want you to think monochromatic for color, or closest to it. One column of color from your top through to the bottom of the pant, down to the shoe. Same tone, close enough that the eye doesn't really stop and break the line. This is the fastest way to fake the length when a third of your pant is already missing. If your top, your pant, and your shoe are all fighting in different colors, your eye stops at every break point and the leg line gets chopped up even more than, it has been. But if it's all in the one family of tones, some cream, some black, some navy, some red, some pink, your eye is going to have a continual run, no interruption. That visual column does more for your proportion than almost anything else you can control with this look. The blazer is where you get to play. That can be your contrast piece, your texture moment, your color pop if you want one. But the tank and the pant and the shoe, keep those colors close in tone and let them do one job. Keep that look looking as long as you can possibly make it. This is the one that makes or breaks the whole look. It's that open toe, utilitarian, anything Velcro or buckle sportswear shoe. That's the garden pant all over again. That shoe has to do the opposite of that job. It needs to elongate, not interrupt. think pointed toe. And I know you may have given up on heels altogether, but a great alternative is the little kitten heel, or if you like, a sleek flat, but with a pointed front toe, even a mule with some structure. But the pointed toe creates a visual line that runs right off the end of your foot, which tricks the eye into seeing more leg than is actually there. What you choose to put under the blazer and the color relationship between the blazer and the pant and the shoe, and get those three things right, and the whole thing reads like a nice long intention instead of, choppy breakup. So there's the new Capri pants. Or, well, we've learned that the pedal pusher was the Capri and the Capri was the pedal pusher. But regardless, this third attempt at bringing this pant back into trend, you now know what to do and how to get it right. And then, of course, we want to make sure that we've got the blazer, the neckline, the color, the shoe. But that's just one pant. The real skill is knowing how to make any piece in your wardrobe work with your proportions every single time you get dressed. And that's exactly what I teach inside the Outfit Formulas course. The 5 essential formulas behind every outfit you've ever admired. They're 5 really effective formulas, and they take the guesswork out of getting dressed. You never have to stand in front of your closet wondering how to put a really great outfit together again. The link is below in the details. So find me in the comments. Did you like this or hate this pant before this video, and what has changed for you? I'll see you in the next video.